When did you first get into taking pictures?
Um, Maybe when I was like in like 8th grade. I think I took like a photo class, and I was
Oh,
like, "This is
really?
pretty cool."
So did that kind of start as your, passion for music started to bud?
Yeah, so like I started working at the Lanes when I was like 13, and that's where I started shooting my first shows because like they just encouraged you to do whatever you wanted. So I was like, I'll try this.
That's really cool. All right, could you name the first show that you took pictures for, and then the last show you took pictures for?
Yes, the first show I shot was Modern Baseball at the Lanes. It
That's really
was
cool.
a blast, and I cry if I think about it too much.
Oh,
I miss Modern Baseball so much.
me too.
And the last show I shot, I actually lied earlier. I went to one show after that Halogen show. I saw Just Friends and Prince Daddy and that whole tour that only went for 2 days in the beginning of March in Philly.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so that was over.
So when we talk to guests on the podcast, we like to sometimes imagine that there's a listener who might be just getting into music, or maybe in this case, just getting into concert photography. What advice would you give somebody who's just getting into that kind of stuff? And how do you go about getting a press pass at your local venue?
Oh, okay, I can definitely help with this.
Nice, because I've always been curious about that.
My like number one thing to anybody who's like getting started with any type of photography is just stay off the like photography subreddit. There's a lot of like dad jerks on there who are going to be mean to you with any type of question you have. They're so rude. They're you ask any question and they're just like, you don't know what you're talking about. You shouldn't have this hobby. Don't let them tell you that. But any gear that you have is like the best gear to start with. I've seen a lot of people starting to shoot with iPhones, and like you might get crap for that, but like use the gear that you have. It's pretty easy to get photo passes. Like I started doing it pretty young. I remember the first photo pass I got was for All Time Low and Man Overboard at Starland Ballroom, and I just like messaged them on Twitter, like Man Overboard. I was like, hey, can I shoot the show? I have a ticket. If you have a ticket in the beginning, it's going to be a lot easier to get photo passes because then it doesn't really cost them any money. But a lot of the times, like it works best if you have like a publication to shoot for, which sounds intimidating, but there are so many publications out there, and like 90% of them are like just started by other people that you know. Like there's so many publications, and like it doesn't have to be like Brooklyn Vegan or anything big. Like little magazines get press passes all the time.
Sure, and I remember just a personal anecdote. You were kind of running the college radio station at Monmouth University, and I was getting into like interviewing bands for one of the shows that I was working on while at the TV station.
Triple scoop!
Yeah, represent. Thank you. And you were able to get me in at a venue to interview like Heart Attack Man and
Safe Face?
yeah, exactly. And just because I was there for the publication of the WWCX website, because we were going to do like a simulcast, like cross-platform deal, like I was just able to walk in and like do what I needed to do. I got to meet some really, really cool artists that I've always looked up to, and I got an interview and I got to see a really cool show. So it's just like as simple as that.
Yeah. I would say the number one thing to like keep in mind when doing that, whether you're interviewing or taking photos or like just interacting with bands, is like be chill.
Yeah. You taught me that. You taught me that for sure.
It's hard though. Like I remember when we were doing Babes in Boyland, we all went on Say Anything's tour bus and like got to interview Max Bemis, and I like love Say Anything, and I like had to be chill, and I was just like, oh my god, it's hard.
Yeah, it is. It's tough, but that's really cool. I didn't know you got to go on and interview Say Anything.
Yeah, Max Bemis was a weird dude.